Ribbon Workbench as well as JavaScript. Okay, that is the whole scenario. Now, first of all, as a prerequisite, you need to have the Ribbon Workbench. So for that, uh, in case if you do not have, you just need to go to the, one second, let's go to the solution, and in the solution we have the options of import solution, right? So first I'm going to show you the way how we can install the Ribbon Workbench first in our Dynamics 365 solution, and what are the limitations, what are the things should be present inside the solution so that it can be loaded properly into the Ribbon Workbench. So to download it, first of all, we have a link. One second, let's go to Ribbon Workbench. Okay, Ribbon Workbench. It's not going to take much time. Developer.net, I think this is the official one. Just click on the download, let it, okay. While downloading it, you may need to provide some, just give it some random, hold on, sorry, just give, okay, let it be, give something. And the version you need to select as Power Apps. Okay, once this is done, click on this and generate download link. So now I think here we have the download link. Just click on the download and save it somewhere in your local disk. Okay, now once it is downloaded, just I'm canceling it because I have already downloaded it. Once it is downloaded, you come to your this Dynamics 365, go to the advanced setting, and in the advanced setting, I think the same interface will come, this one. Here also both are the same. So just go to your solutions and import the solution whatever you have downloaded. So import, and this is a managed solution first of all. So go to downloads, hold on. So select your file from here, just click on open, and now it's going to take few minutes or seconds depending upon the region and your internet speed. Just click on next, click on import. Yeah, and now it's going to start downloading and getting all the solution components. Now it may take around I think 2 to 5 minutes. So let's just wait for some time. Okay, so it is imported successfully to our Dynamics environment. Okay, now click on close. In the background there may be some operations going on, but as of now this is done. So now once you have installed this one, just go to the solutions, and here we'll be getting an option of Ribbon Workbench. So we need to go there, and also we need to have a separate solution. We are going to create a separate solution that only we are going to use in the Ribbon Workbench. If you try to load any other solution, suppose here we have the solutions called, not this one, hold on, I think we have default solutions or some other solutions if you are working, right? Those things if you try to load in the Ribbon Workbench, it's not going to load. It need to have the minimal thing. The minimal thing is just the form or the entity. You should not have any views or some JavaScript or plugins, whatever. Nothing should be there. It should be just empty with the entity name, entity or the data. So here we have the Ribbon Workbench. Click on this. Now we are going to create a custom button. And here let's create, for that let me just show you. Suppose if this is the existing solution out of the box, so if I try to load this and if I try to edit it, see, for performance region this solution cannot be loaded. Yeah, so this is the thing you need to keep in mind. First of all, we need to create a new solution. Just click on the new, and I'm going to give a name as Dynamics Power. Publisher, let's select the default publisher, version 1.0.0. okay, I'm gonna save and close. And in this one we are going to work on the account entity, right? Account entity, and we need to have account as well as we're going to work with the contact, right? Because I want to have the contact subgrid in this account, like this one. Okay, here this is another tab, but I want to have in the same summary. So let's come here in the solution. We have Dynamics Power. I'm going to add both the entity in this. Just click on add existing entity. Cool. And we have account and another one. What is that? Contact. Okay. click on OK, and there will be two check boxes which should not be marked. It should be unchecked. So uncheck, click on next, and that's all finished. So once you have created your solution with this just a minimal thing of that entity name, then we can load that. Once again, click on finish. Okay, this is done. So I'm just gonna going to make it as a tab, not this one. And here in this Ribbon WorkBench, let's close this one. In the Ribbon WorkBench, search your solution and load it. Now it is going to import the solution into the Ribbon WorkBench, and it will show you the two entity. Okay, what are the buttons available in that entity, and in that entity I think in that form we'll be having option to edit home grid, form, main form, as well as subgrid. Okay, so main form is nothing but this one. If you come here, see this button, save, open organization chart, deactivate, and all these are entity form. One second, these are entity form buttons, command bar. Okay, so here I think it has already loaded. See this one, we have the form account tab. This say view, this the last one, it represents this one, form. Now if you see another one, we have subgrid. So subgrid is nothing but, suppose we have this account, and here if you add any subgrid of let's say lead, opportunity, or contact, anything, that is going to be the subgrid of that lead, account, whatever the X entity. Okay, and now finally comes the home. So this is nothing but, if you go to this one, let's say accounts. Okay, now this button, whatever you are seeing here, this is home grid button. So if you have to work like a selection of all the records and all, and then you want to trigger something on the click of this button, then you can just go and edit in the Ribbon WorkBench. So to create a button right now, I'm just going to add a button in this one. Just you have to drag and drop it. Hold on. Okay, instead of account, we need to work on the contact, right? Because the subgrid is going to be of the contact. So click on this, and okay, from here, sorry, this is not the place. From here you need to drag it here, and I'm going to give the name as, let's say unlink, because I want to unlink account with that related contact. Unlink, here you need to give some name as same. Fine, unlink. I'm just gonna copy this, and remember, whenever you create any button, you need to attach with the command. Right now there is no any command attached with it, right? So if you try to, even if you try to publish it, it's not going to show in the account here, okay, or whatever in the subgrid. So make sure you assign any command. So first of all, let's create a command. Let's give it as a name, give it a name as unlink command. Okay, and come back to the button, add the command. Okay, so right now we have added a button in the subgrid. Now just for your show purpose, I'm going to add a button here as well. Let's give it a name as just a button, and it should be test button. Okay, and I'm going to publish it now. So once you publish it, now it's going to take a few minutes, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever, and then only it's going to reflect it here. So in case if you want to see how like when the solution import and export has started, just go to the solution, and in the history you should be able to see the timings. See, right now the export has started, then import will happen, then publication something will happen. So right now I'm just going to pause this video. Import is happening, then export will happen, something and all. So pausing the video, and I'll resume it after 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, so now you can see the publish is successful now here. Don't see the timing in the right corner because I paused the video for a long time. Now once this is successful, let's come and check here. If we open, let's say this ADATM Corporation, the button should be visible here. I added two buttons, one in the subgrid and one in the command bar of here. So let's just refresh it. First button was nothing but it was just test button, and in the subgrid is unlink. Okay, so coming here, it may take some time to reflect. Okay, and where we did, okay, sorry, so we have done in the contact, not here. So coming here, just duplicate the tab. Go to the contact. Okay, now the button should be visible here. Okay, it's not, let me just refresh it. Okay, the button is not visible. Let me just check another one in the subgrid, right? If I see the related contacts, out of two, button one is not visible, another one, okay, unlink. If you see here, unlink, it is visible. If you go to the button unlink, we have added the command, that's why unlink is visible. But if we see this one, test button, there is no any command. This is the reason the button is not getting visible. So make sure that whatever the buttons you have created, there should be a command attached with this. So just click on the publish button. Now it should be visible. Damn sure it's going to be visible. So I'm just going to pause the video and going to resume soon. Okay, so the publish is successful. Let's just go to the contact and refresh it. It is going to be visible for sure. Okay, so once this button is visible, we are going to start another task, that is creating a JavaScript for to implement that logic of unlinking the account to the contact. Okay, hold on. Just let me refresh it back. Okay, so now you can see that we have a test button here, and in the account we have unlink button here. Okay, this is how you can create a button, a custom